Hello everybody, J.Yumeko here, and today we're back with some more The House in Fata Morgana. Last time we left off, we not rediscovered, but the white-haired girl once again showed up on our doorstep and seems to be getting closer and closer to taming the wild beast. And apparently in this, I don't know if it's correct to say universe or timeline, but in this story, she's blind, and seems to have been blind since she was a kid, where she lived alone with her mother, who is poor. So, not so much the same story as the white-haired girl that we met when we were playing as Mel, but I guess we're gonna eventually, towards the end of this game, maybe figure out what exactly is going on with that. But without further ado, let's jump right on back into it. Beast. Do not desire more prey. But you were so hungry for blood before.
I've had enough. I don't need any more. Although she is blind, no. Because she cannot see, she does not push me away. She's the only one willing to accept me, to be with me.
So hard to please. You obtain peace, cast it aside, and then pick it up once more. But you'll never be able to escape it completely. After all, you're enchanted by the pleasure murder brings. You have been for a very, very long time.
This time, I'm done. I won't kill anyone anymore.
Just adjust my mic.
Being with her is far more satisfying than the joy killing brought me. To be with her is what I truly want.
So very self-centered.
You certainly are. Hey.
Oh. It was as though he was viewing a flashback. The sound of knocking echoed through the mansion, as it had the day the merchant came and brought the beast's short-lived peace crashing down.
What did I just tell you? I do not want any more prey. Stop this. Stop it. Don't bring me any more. I thought you were supposed to fulfill my desires. Why did the door break open?
Sword in hand, Beastia ran through the mansion's halls. He was overcome with fear. He had obtained the peace he so dearly wanted, and even found someone who did not fear him. He was terrified that the appearance of more prey would cause this all to crumble. If he spotted the prey, murdered them, and conceded to his madness, she might choose to leave him. As much as he claimed he was not hideous, if she witnessed him doing that,
I'll just chase them out. I'm done with this. My desire has changed.
I have a theory of what's about to happen, but let's see. However,
Why?
Bestia shuddered in terror at the sight. Oh shit.
Stay back. Stay away from me.
He broke into a run. It was not, after all, helpless prey that had entered the mansion.
That thing is...
The monster's voice seemed to slither along the floors behind him. He felt as though if he were to turn around, it would be right there on top of him.
Why are you chasing me?
Bestia shouted with fear in his voice, uncharacteristic of the beast who had so readily slaughtered his prey. But can you blame him?
That's a bestia!
In that moment,
I had an epiphany. I had assumed he called himself Bestia, unaware of what the word meant.
A bestia other than me?
Bestia is not, in fact, a name. It is a word that means beast. Indeed, a second beast had come to the mansion.
Why are you chasing me? Are you here to kill me? Is it because I settled down? Because I wanted to stop being a beast? Ugh!
Is something the matter? When the white-haired girl poked her head out from her bedchamber, Bestia was aghast. He frantically attempted to return her to her room.
You mustn't leave your room.
But as he was doing this, the horrifying creature, no, the beast's voice drew nearer.
Do not open this door for any reason. I will protect you. That's right. That's right, I don't want this peace destroyed. These tranquil days together with this woman. I will protect them. I will.
Trembling in fear, Bestia gathered his resolve. He pointed his sword, which until then had only been used to torment others, at the second beast. Now, he would wield his blade to protect the person he cared about. This was the same beast who had killed and killed and killed to satisfy his own primal desires.
I will not let you destroy this. I will protect it from you.
From a rational point of view, the things he was saying and feeling were rather idealistic, but Bestia was desperate. He did not want to lose this peace. Before long, the beast, the one chasing him, appeared from within the darkness. Say, Master, if resolve was the only thing necessary for one to act courageously, would that not mean nearly anyone could become a hero? Bestia had viciously slaughtered so many people before. He had gathered the courage to protect the things he cared for, but now he was shaking. He did not gallantly bring his sword down upon the approaching beast. Instead, he trembled visibly from head to toe. He must have been quite terrified at the beast's appearance.
Stop! No, stay away from me! Don't! Stay back!
Seeing Bestia so scared, I imagine the beast thought it would prime opportunity, for it slowly, ever so slowly ambled toward him.
If I don't kill it, it will kill me. I have to kill it, 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 I have to kill it!
And that was the moment Bestia's mind ran off the rails of sanity.
Kill, 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 kill!
He lifted his sword above his head, facing the approaching beast. And ferociously swung it upon his assailant. Again and again and again. Screaming horrifically at the top of his lungs. He continued, swing after swing, until the other beast had gone completely still. Before long, copious volumes of fresh blood stained the corridor. At some point, the other beast had stopped moving and sunken into a pool of its own lifeblood.
I did it. I did it. I killed it. I killed the other bestia.
Bestia had let his guard down, assuming he had claimed victory over the unmoving beast. I had not imagined either that the beast could still be alive after shedding so much blood.
Stay back!
The beast reached its hand out toward Bestia. It was determined to drag him down to the underworld, it seemed. Slowly, sliding along the slippery floor, it dragged itself toward him. Even on its last breaths, it continued reaching for Bestia, fixated on him. He kicked the beast's hand up into the air, staggering it, and then he
Burn in hell!
rammed his blade down into it.
Goddamn. That is not what I thought was going to happen, first off.
Bestia's fear-stricken expression was hardly that of a knight who had just saved the maiden. Nevertheless, he had indeed eradicated the other beast.
All right.
You come back again, okay? Promise me. I'll be waiting. Waiting, believing that you'll return. I'll be waiting.
Ah, so we're back to her now.
It's about time for you to set off.
Indeed.
You take care out there. Don't do anything funny and get yourself sick, got it?
I'll be fine. I'm a tough one.
The more of a confidence you are, the more you'll push yourself and risk getting hurt. Make sure you drink lots and lots of water, okay? Take care not to get heat stroke or sunstroke, okay?
You worry too much. Relax, I know how to take care of myself on a ship.
I know, but you never know what's going to happen. I want you to be in good health when I see you again.
I will be. Though I'll probably keep you waiting for a long time again. I was just about to say, like, I'm curious as to if she was gonna come back into the story, but obviously that's been answered.
I'll be waiting. Don't worry about me. I'll be waiting, I promise. I managed to wait a year and a half already, so I can handle this. Come back, okay?
You have my word.
Thanks. Safe travels. I refuse to believe that he could be dead. I have to find proof that someone out there, he's still alive and well. I have to find him. I have to prove it.
We've arrived at our destination, madame. Though I ideally wish I could assist you in your search, I have things to attend to during our stay.
No, don't worry. Don't worry yourself. I couldn't possibly impose on you any further.
Madame, Pauline, you mustn't put yourself in danger. Should anything happen to you, your mother would be devastated.
I wonder if Mom's mad. No, she's probably sad. Her sorrow is expansive as the Albufera wetlands, as deep as the ocean into which the sun sets. And it's all my fault. But don't worry, I'll be fine. As soon as I have certainty of his well-being, I'll go straight home. Me and him together.
Pauline, your lover is...
I have faith in him. He would never break a promise to me. He's always come back to me, no matter how long it took. A man like that wouldn't just suddenly disappear on me. There's been a mistake, and I have to prove it. I have to be the one to do it, because he'll remain gone unless I see it with my own eyes.
I wonder who you inherited your stubbornness from.
What?
Nothing. An acquaintance of mine lives in this village. I shall be staying with him. I'll let him know about you. He should gladly welcome you into his home.
Thank you, Orlando. You've been such a big help.
Pauline. 1 month. You search for 1 month, and if you haven't found him, you come home with me. Will you promise me that? You are her only daughter.
Okay.
Good. To tell you the truth, I regret bringing you with me.
what I should have done is dragged you back home. But I couldn't bear to see you like that, Pauline. It was like I was looking at her when she was younger. Orlando. Anyway, 1 month. Understood? Yes. Don't worry, a month will be plenty. I will find him before the month is up. The sleepy seaside village is on the small side, but from what I've been told, it used to have a flourishing fishing industry. Now, though, it's like there's a fog hanging over everything. That's not too surprising, I suppose. A few months ago, the village was part of a war for control of the country, and now they're under a different rule than before. Stripped of their independence and battered by the raging tempest of war. The people's spirits had been eroded. A spiritual damage is not so easily mended. Even if it were not physically harmed, there are deep wounds in their heart. It's a lovely village, though. The breeze feels different than it does back home. Beneath it all, I'm sure the people are actually quite friendly and cheerful. A long, long time ago, I went on a trip to a land in the south. This country's quite a bit south of mine too. People blessed with lots of sunlight are bound to be warm at their core. Say, Orlando. Yes. May I take a look around the village? I don't see why not. The sun's still up. I'll need some time to catch up with my acquaintance, so I suppose this is a good opportunity as any. Do you know where to find me, madame? Yes. You go that way, turn at the second crossroad, follow it straight for a little, cross over to the other side, and it's right there, right? Are you sure you can find it? Don't worry. Alright then. You're planning to stay with the village today, right? I'll see you in a little bit then. If you get lost, give me a holler. That's it. As much as you may insist otherwise, you really do care, Orlando. I feel bad enough as it is. Please don't take advantage of me. I think I might take full advantage of this. Thanks. See you in a bit. What's he doing out here alone, all alone, I wonder? There's no one else around. I wonder if something happened. Would it seem odd if I tried talking to him? I wouldn't want to get labelled as suspicious on my first day here. That's asking for trouble, but... The boy stands all alone on the shore, looking somehow precarious. As though a breeze might whisk him away into a million grains of sand, and if I look away, he won't be there when I turn back. That's how the boy appears to me. You never know until you try. Besides, it's important for me to communicate with the natives. I've got to build trust with the people of this village. Let's go. Good afternoon. What are you doing out here all alone, little man? Oh. By force of habit, I spoke in my native tongue. How dense can you be, Pauline? You may well just been talking to Orlando, but that's no excuse. This isn't your homeland. But everything's alright. I studied the language, so I should be able to hold a simple conversation. You don't need to be afraid of me. My name is Pauline. I'll be staying in your village for a while. Nice to meet you. Do you not understand me? My name is Pauline. What is your name, little man?
You know, I don't know. Maybe the whole calling him little man right off the bat wasn't exactly the best choice. Dreadful. What? He just called me dreadful. That's one hell of an accent you've got. Who are you? A bandit? What are you here for? No! I'm not a bandit, I promise. I stammered. Atrocious. Maybe I should give him a different accent. There's no need to be so mean. I put in a pretty good effort, I thought.
You could at least compliment me instead.
God awful.
But that's not nice.
What's a foreigner doing in this remote corner of the world? Sightseeing a little village. Sure got a lot of time on your hands.
I do not. I'm very busy. You're a little obnoxious, aren't you? You're supposed to treat your elders with respect, you know?
Like I give a damn, lady. You're older, but you're acting way more like a kid than me.
My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Pauline.
And? What are you here for?
Completely ignored. Ahem. I am, here to look for someone. There are rumors that he was last seen around here. Have you by any chance seen the other foreigners around?
Hell if I know.
He just won't let me in. I've got to prevent him first. Of course he's going to be guarded if I just start throwing questions at him. Alright, so you haven't seen him. Then why don't you tell me about yourself? What are you doing out here?
Is that any of your business, lady?
A boy's out here on the beach all alone. Won't that make you curious? Don't you have any friends? Maybe he's one of those kids who doesn't have any. Say, if you don't mind, could we be friends? I'm not really familiar with the area, so it'd be nice to have someone with me. What do you say?
I don't need any damn friends. And who the hell would be dumb enough to say, sure, I'll be your friend, to someone they just met?
How are you so jaded? You need to be more courteous, kinder to others, not so antagonistic.
Get out of here, Lane Pilt.
I just thought it'd be nice if we could talk a bit. That's all I want, really.
But you quit being so damn nosy, lady. It just so happens I like being alone. Ugh, got some strange woman ruining my alone time. I'm out of here.
Hey, wait a second. He's gone. This is going to be really, really hard.
Lil bro does not give a shit. But they gave him a name, so clearly he's going to be important. Oh, we're back.
Master? You've returned to me. You suddenly started staring off into the distance. I was quite startled. Now, let us continue our tale. The mansion's corridor was a horrifically repulsive mess. Splatters of fresh beast blood covered the walls, and there was a repugnant odor. Anyone would be compelled to avert their eyes at the sight. What happened here?
I am grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like. But I know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion.
Was it?
I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. That I did this for you.
In his hysteria, Bestia tore down the curtains hanging on the hallway window. Bloodstained curtains that reeked of dead beast.
I...
What did he have to be so afraid of, though? He had exterminated the other beasts encroaching upon his territory. I would understand if he had puffed his chest in pride, but far from that, his terror merely intensified. Calm down. The white-haired girl extended her hand for Bestia, but even her gentle, lovingly outstretched fingers evoked fear in his eyes. Instinctively, he feared anything that entered his territory, and then attempted to remove it. And driven by those instincts, he shoved aside the white-haired girl, the one he had wanted to protect. Being without sight, she had no way of reliably catching her balance, and she fell to the floor with a splash, for she had landed in the pool of blood left by the beast. Red seeped into her clothing, slowly spreading through the fabric. At first, it looked like she had fallen into a fresh puddle, a puddle of fresh, bright dye, but before long, the red darkened into a brownish black.
I'm sorry. I didn't...
No, It's okay. I'm fine. She embraced the panicking beast, softly whispering, "Shh, shh," as if trying to calm a crying baby. Though Bestia was taller and physically stronger, the white-haired girl was, emotionally, more stable than he. What has you so frightened?
Please.
Please, tell me. I promise I will not look down on you for any reason. All I want is to free you from the depth of your suffering. Sometimes, talking about things can lighten the burden they place on you. We have the ability to use words, both you and me. With language, the gift God bestowed upon man, we can communicate our feelings with one another. It's all right. Don't be afraid. Talk to me, please.
Am I a man? You act as though I am a man. No, you treat me like one.
I cannot see you as anything else, as I've said before.
Only because you cannot see me! You are the only one who says I am a man. You who are without sight. But I was content with that. You treated me like a man, so I felt as though I had become one. The time I spent with you, I had real peace. I almost forgot that I was a wretched beast. I no longer sought after prey. Prey? Oh, yes. Before you arrived, I murdered dozens of humans. I didn't want you to know that I was such a sinful creature, leaving a long trail of bodies in my wake. But I thought that if I didn't show them my strength, if I didn't force them into submission, then I would never find peace. I was drunk with power. I took great pleasure in it, in slaughtering people.
The fear was so overwhelming that you turned the act of killing into one of gratification. You did it to protect yourself.
Are you still not going to condemn me?
Taking another's life is wrong. Not only does it rob them of their time on this earth, it inflicts great wounds upon those who care about them. However, I do not regard you as a mere beast, nor as a mere murderer. Something made you the way you are. I am almost certain of it.
Something?
Tell me about yourself. In your words, from your mouth. Tell me.
When I woke up, I was weak, exhausted, emaciated. I couldn't think clearly, or even remember much of anything. I was thirsty, hungry, sore from head to toe. A crowd of people surrounded me. This was a long time ago. Well, not so long as to be described as long ago, but it is as far back as my past goes. I sought help from the people around me, but my words did not get through to them. The only thing that came from my mouth were feral howls. They scowled at me, and then stinking cries. I have no interest in any more trouble.
Shall we kill it?
Never seen anything like this before.
What is he anyway?
Beats me. A bestia by the looks of it. Bestia! 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 I didn't understand what they were saying about me. All I could pick out was the word bestia. The humans brought sticks and fishing poles, in which they poked and prodded me. At first, they probably only meant to chase me out, but before long, their actions began to escalate. Bestia! Bestia! Filthy beast! We ain't got nothing for you! Dirty, nasty thing! Stay back! Hit it! Pound it!
He's feeding it. Beat it. Beat the thing. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Die.
Jeez. Seizure warning.
Why? Why should I have to die? I was simply asking for help. If they didn't have food to spare, a glass of water would have been good enough. I asked for nothing of them but some relief from my thirst. But the humans would not hear my pleas. My words reached no one's ears. When they brought weapons and started chasing me around attempting to kill me, all I could do anymore was run. And as I fled, I saw something. A child pointing to a dog covered in mud and shouting, "Bestia." That was when I finally understood that I was a beast. And that was why the humans wanted to exterminate me. I was neither cattle, nor swine, nor fowl of the air, but a vicious beast, the kind of creature that ravaged their fields. And so,
You sought to prove your superiority to them, so you would never have to be called a beast or chased out of somewhere again.
I was so close to forgetting it all. The time I spent with you was truly wonderful. I could forget about people calling me a beast, chasing me around and trying to kill me. I could forget about slaughtering them, painting the walls with their blood. I could forget about everything. It felt like I'd actually become a man.
But you...
But then it showed up. Another beast like me. It was my kin. A different individual, though, built differently from me. I am taller than it was, and it was a beast. And I, too, must be a beast.
Regardless, I will continue to insist you are not, as many times as I must. Should you be troubled by these painful memories and attempt to harm someone else again, I will be there to remind you of your humanity. Is that what you can see with your eyes, the whole of the world? I cannot see you, that is correct, but I can feel you, sense you, hear you, and I can learn what you bear within your heart. You worry, you fear, and you think. And you also show concern for me. These things all prove that you are human.
This woman, she really is going to change me. If I remain with her, I can become a man. It might be no more than an illusion. But with her near, it can become my reality.
Excuse me.
Have you calmed yourself down some?
The hole needs to be cleaned.
So it does.
I'll take care of it. You don't need to worry. You should get changed, though.
Very well. I believe I care so much for you because you resemble me.
We are not alike in the slightest. As I've said, you are a beautiful woman.
You may compliment my appearance, but no one else ever did. I've been labelled a witch because of the colour of my eyes and hair. My eyes, they're red.
A beautiful shade of red indeed. A magnificent colour, like blood.
You're the first person to say that about them. Even my mother herself said that my eyes frightened her. Because people called me a witch, I was rarely afforded the opportunity to interact with others, so I grew up mostly alone. As the people outside this mansion called you a beast, so too do the people outside call me a witch. See? We are alike. Do I look like a witch to you?
No. You're a beautiful, compassionate human woman.
And you are a human man, even if you don't believe it yourself. Yet again, Bestia found himself grateful for the white-haired girl's blindness. For while he had just managed to put on a smile, tears were also rolling down his cheeks. Joy, bitterness, sorrow, a maelstrom of emotions flowed and unbounded from within. But he cried in silence. Bestia shed his tears discreetly so as not to allow the white-haired girl to notice. He looked down upon the floor. A single corpse lay there, and no matter how hard he tried, he could not see it as anything other than a beast that looked just like him.
Sorry if I start tripping over my words from here on out. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, but I'm trying to not make this like a super short video because I think it's only been about 40 minutes. So I'm just trying to like push as far as I can. Alright.
He came from a faraway land, across many seas. There was never any guarantee that we would see each other again. But I still believed that no matter how great the ocean that divided us, we were bound by love. The only thing that needed to stand between us was physical distance. Ha! Ha! I wonder if he's here yet.
Hello, my little Nitya? Is that an actual word? I want to see if this is an actual word here. Let me see. Nijntje. Apparently it is. How do you pronounce this? Let's see. It's apparently a bunny mascot. There's that. How do you pronounce that? Interesting. So I guess realistically these guys would have some kind of like more so Scandinavian accent then. What has you so out of breath?
Eek! Oh, don't scare me like that. And where did you pick up a word like nyetnya?
I never
took you for someone so pretentious.
I'm sorry. You just look so much like a rabbit there, the way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me.
Oh, you? Nyetnya is something you call a child. I'm not a little girl anymore.
I'm sorry. Really. Don't be so mad, Pauline.
I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We finally get to see each other again.
That we do.
Did you have any trouble out at sea? Did you fall ill or get caught in a storm or run into any kind of danger at all?
No, there was no trouble. Everything went fine, without incident. The sea god was watching over us, I suppose.
Thank goodness. I was so worried. But you kept your promise. You came back for me.
And you kept yours and waited for me.
Of course I did. I trust you, and I don't mind waiting.
Even so, 18 months must have been a long time for you.
It was.
It felt long for me as well. Every day I would picture your face, recall the sound of your voice. But over time I began to lose certainty. It absolutely terrified me. Is that what you actually look like? Is this truly the sound of your voice?
You mean you almost forgot?
Not at all, Pauline. I was afraid that, in my profound love for you, my mind had created its own image, and perhaps my adoration had grown so strong that it turned you into transcendent beauty, like Cleopatra herself.
You must have some unseemly friends. You were never this much of a sweet talker. I bet you're disappointed, though. Look at me, a homely woman you could find anywhere.
For some reason I find myself in a teasing mood. Please, have mercy, or I am liable to use your affection. What I'm trying to say is that being here with the real you, putting my hands in yours, listening to you speak, and seeing you be, well, you, Pauline, is so much more wondrous than anything I imagined. And right now I am feeling that stronger than ever.
Ah, you seem to have found yourself a way with words. I imagine you had plenty of time to practice on other women. Goodness, you fiend.
Fiend? That's not terribly convincing with your cheeks the color of wine.
They are not! God!
Hey now, don't throw a fit.
You're the one who can put me... You're the only one who can put me in such high spirits from a few simple words.
Huh? Did you say something?
Who? Me? No, not a thing. Say, since you're finally back, how about we take a walk around town? You've taken care of all your work for the time being, right? So you can spare some time for me?
Absolutely, Pauline. As much as time allows, I will spend it with you. As much as time allows. Alright, I think we are going to cut it here. I would love to try and have gotten this video to like at least like an hour. But yeah, right now my voice is just giving out and I'm starting to stumble over all my words because of that. So I want to make sure that for the next episode I am like in tip-top shape. But interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. So I'm assuming that the conversation the Beast was having before with there was no real character behind the voice was likely a voice with, or was likely a conversation with the mansion, is what I'm imagining here. But I think the biggest thing is there was another beast. So it kind of seems like the Bestia is kind of conflicted right now between giving in to the ideals of the white-haired girl, where she's like, oh, you know, you think, you feel, you care for me, so clearly you must be a human, right? Kind of giving himself into that idea and giving himself into peace, versus kind of giving up and falling back into his trauma with, you know, the humans trying to kill him, and oh, you know, you're hideous, you're ugly, you're, you know, you've killed so many people, and you're, you know, you've eaten them, and yada yada yada, right? So he's kind of conflicted clearly here. But the one thing that's kind of like big on my mind right now is that it very much seems, because I think that the black-haired mentioned that there was really no happy ends at this mansion. And I think it's clear at this point that the mansion does have powers of some sort. So, what I'm imagining is what's clearly gonna happen at some point is that Pauline is eventually gonna find her way to the mansion. And I think that that's kind of gonna be the breaking point, or the climax point at least, in deciding whether this particular tale ends again in kind of tragedy and drama like the last one did with Mel, the white-haired girl, and his sister. So that's kind of the thing right here. Because I'd imagine that if she finds out, like, oh, hey, my brother went to this mansion and was never found again, or oh, he got lost in these woods and found, you know, oh, I've stumbled across this mansion where I've somehow found out he died, then, you know, maybe she might try and retaliate against him, or maybe she herself might fall victim to him, being the catalyst for him to completely lose all of his sanity and human qualities. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see me play next. If you enjoyed this video, or any other videos of the series on my channel, then I highly recommend that you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified when one of those videos comes out. Anyways, that's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.